That would be a mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Mic check.
Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
Some clouds outside right now, but thunderstorms continue to develop across northern Nevada tonight. Stormwatch tops Channel 2 News at 6:30. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Burton. Thanks for joining us tonight. We begin with Stormwatch coverage. Chloe Beardsley joins us now live from the Weather Center with a look at conditions outside. So, Chloe, do you think we could see thunderstorms over Reno this evening?
You know what, Jen, I actually don't think we are going to see them develop in the valley. Most of the storm activity is just north of us tonight, but you can see we are seeing some increasing cloud cover around the Lake Tahoe area, and as we take a closer look at conditions outside, you can see we are mostly clear, at least above Reno, but if we zoom out here, you can see it's just a different story just northeast of us, where you can see hundreds of lightning strikes have been counted so far near the Winnemucca and Elko area, just northeast of that even. So we are still seeing the thunderstorm activity continue for portions of northern Nevada, but it doesn't look like it's going to continue, at least for our area. So that's some good news right there. However, we are seeing those winds pick up just out of the west northwest this evening, with gusts reaching up to 18 miles an hour, and in some of the more wind prone areas over 25-mile-an-hour winds outside right now. Temperatures outside are in the 80s right around Reno. 70 degrees is your current temperature around South Lake Tahoe. We'll see the skies continue to clear up this evening. We're starting off mostly cloudy for right now. We're expecting to see partly cloudy skies later on for tonight. Temperatures dropping down into the 60s for the Reno and Sparks area right around 10 p.m. 50s right around Lake Tahoe, and in the mountains it looks like upper 40s by about 10 p.m. We've got much warmer weather headed our way in the week ahead. I'll have details on that coming up in the full weather segment. Jen, I'll send it back to you for now.
Thanks, Chloe. New information today regarding the motorcycle accident we first told you about yesterday. Today, NHP troopers say the motorcyclist involved has died of his injuries. Patrol officers are still searching for a possible hit-and-run suspect involved in the crash. Investigators say just after noon yesterday, they responded to a motorcycle crash on 395 northbound in Cold Springs near White Lake. NHP believes this may have been a hit and run, and they're currently searching for a 2008 or newer silver Subaru WRX, possibly a hatchback with unknown plates. If you have any information on the car or this incident, please call NHP Dispatch. That number is 687-0400. In Crime Beat, deputies with the Shasta County Sheriff's Office in Northern California are searching for a man in connection with the disappearance of his 6-month-old daughter. Matthew Graham is the father of missing 6-month-old Ember Graham, who's been missing since last week. She was last seen on surveillance cameras at a gas station with her father. Matthew Graham became a person of interest after giving inconsistent statements to officers about when he last saw his daughter. Yesterday, Graham's mother reported him missing along with her cell phone, cash, and a semi-automatic handgun.
Matthew has violated his probation. He's also believed to be a felon in possession of a gun and should be considered armed and dangerous.
Today, volunteers and canine teams from several Northern California counties continued to search for the missing baby Ember. Officers found a pacifier today that resembled the girl's and will be tested for DNA evidence. The search is expanding each day for both father and daughter. So take a look. This is 24-year-old Matthew Graham and 6-month-old Ember Graham. As the search for Matthew Graham continues, Secret Witness has offered a $10,000 reward and urges anyone who sees him to contact Shasta County authorities immediately at 530-245-6025 or Secret Witness. And they say, do not try to approach him. Nevada is moving all its license plate production out of the historic Carson City prison, where it's been for nearly a century. The Nevada Department of Motor Vehicles started printing plates just outside the nearby Northern Nevada Correctional Center on Monday. The agency expects to wind down all production at the shuttered Nevada State Prison by the end of the month. Opening a new workshop means the state will no longer have to transport the inmate workers from their home at the Northern Nevada Correctional Center to the Nevada State Prison every day. Look into our community now. Some colorful characters visited the renowned Children's Hospital today. Check this out. Willy Wonka and a few Oompa Loompa helpers went room to room checking with young patients, and they helped spread a few smiles.
There's nothing like it. To see a child actually smile, a real, genuine smile. It leaves me speechless. It's magical, really.
Well, it looks like fun. The whimsical characters are all from the Theater Works of Northern Nevada group, and they're preparing for shows coming up all this month at different venues, including the Laxalt Theater. The McKinley Arts and Cultural Center was packed for the annual Art Pause event, which is part of Art Town. It raises money for different smaller nonprofit organizations involving pets.
They don't have the ability to go out and do big fundraisers like this. So, a $3,000 check to these little bitty organizations is a lot of money.
There was a silent auction where people can check out the different vendors, from adoption groups to even pet psychics. Dogs could also make their mark by doing some paw painting. Organizers put out kiddie pools to keep the paws cool, along with several refreshing ice water bucket stations. The weather wasn't too hot, though, but as a precaution, there was a pet first aid person available in case of any issues.
So if we think animals are getting too hot or something, we can go and talk to her, and she can help figure out, what we need to do, if we need to cool off their paws or what have you.
People gathered at Meadowview Farms to watch some beautiful horses and offer their support to the Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation. Dinner and brunch were served as horses and riders showed off their skills. Meadowview Farms decided to join with Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation 4 years ago when their organization was personally affected by childhood cancer.
It started because we had one of our little riders was diagnosed with cancer, and so our Meadowview Farms barn family our personal family and the barn family wanted to do something to make a difference.
Living with childhood cancer comes with emotional and financial burdens for everyone involved. The foundation uses money to raise awareness of childhood cancer, promote research, and alleviate some of the burdens on individual families.
The money goes toward programs and services, we call it, which is gas cards, rent, in-kind things like fixing a water heater, helping arrange for insurance deductibles, helping arrange for accommodations at the hospital when the children are out of town treating.
The popular event is growing every year. If you couldn't make it out today but would like to contribute, you can visit the Foundation's website. We've got a link set up for you. Just head to KTVN.com and click on the blue News Links button. Today in Lake Tahoe, a double amputee just finished swimming across the lake. He did this while also towing his son in a kayak, and he's doing it all for a good cause. Ryan Candidate joins us live in the newsroom with more on the story. Ryan?
Yeah, Jen, the duo took on the challenge as a way to help raise awareness for disability access in schools and parks. And although the journey seems like quite the challenge for any swimmer, this wasn't the first big swim for this California native.
Been to Tahoe before, camping and swimming around the lake just for fun. But I have done other open water swims. I've done Alcatraz and Lake Del Val, Pinecrest, a few other ones. This will be the longest one for sure.
Today's 12-mile trek across the lake began at Sand Harbor and finished at Skylandia Beach near Tahoe City. Leading the way in today's swim was Harry Boucher, who is a 44-year-old double amputee. Harry first contracted meningitis when he was 18 months old, which resulted in the amputation of his feet. Following behind him in a kayak was his 11-year-old son Max. Max was first diagnosed 6 years ago with cerebral palsy. Despite Harry's disabilities, he has been swimming since he was 9 and has been training with his son for many years. Harry had a support boat and family alongside for the entire swim, but he says completing this task with his son is what makes it worthwhile.
We get to accomplish something like this together. Hopefully it'll inspire Max and you know, just something that we can hopefully do every year.
Harry's remarkable swim began today at noon and took approximately 6 hours. Covering the story live in the newsroom, Ryan Canaday, Channel 2 News.
Thanks, Ryan. Very inspiring. Be sure to mark your calendars and join us for our annual Give to Live blood drive. It's happening at the Atlantis Resort Spa on Wednesday from 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. Walk-ins are always welcome, but if you don't want to wait, you can make an appointment online. For a link to do that, head to KTVN.com and click on the blue News Links button.
We're anticipating some pretty hot weather in the week ahead. I'll have all the details coming up on Channel 2.
But first, this Nevada ghost town once had a population of 4,000 people. We'll tell you what happened in tonight's Nevada Backroads next.
You're watching Channel 2 News at 6:30 with Jennifer Burton, sports with Dallas Kolodny, and Chloe Beardsley's Pinpoint 2 forecast.
Welcome back. Some people say ghosts actually haunt ghost towns, but for the living, there are other reasons to call old Nevada towns home. Jack Sutton has the story in tonight's Nevada Backroads.
Along the eastern edge of the Toquima Mountains and the southern end of the Monitor Valley sits Belmont, a remote location, but a beautiful setting for a ghost town.
We're in Belmont, Nevada, 50 miles out of from Tonopah. Well, originally it was here for mining, and at one point in time it had a population of over 4,000 people. So surprisingly, it was actually very large. And, over time, unfortunately, things, kind of dwindled down, and when the mining came to a screeching halt, so did they. It picked up, and Tonopah became like the big boom.
The streets lie empty most of the time. The only visitors are the wind and a few tourists. But when the mines played out and the businesses closed, people left, leaving behind the ghosts of an earlier Nevada.
Belmont was so big they even had their own newsletter. So right here was the carriers for the newsletter. Attached to it was the courthouse, and then next to that was the sheriff's office.
Belmont's faded grandeur even now can be found. In the crumbling bricks and weathered wood, there's a new beauty, a few scars in remembrance of long ago. Only a few souls call the town home, but those remaining have found a jewel in these mountains. Here lies history and charm and a place deserving of care.
And there's nothing like peace and quiet. We have no TV, we have no cell service, and the only thing if you want to basically have some fun, I guess, is jump on your dirt bike. Other than that, it's hard work and good meals and some drinks and good laughs.
Reporting in Belmont, Jack Sutton, Channel 2 News.
A warming trend is going to continue in the week ahead. I'll have all the details coming up next on Channel 2 News.
Channel 2 News continues with Chloe Beardsley's Pinpoint 2 forecast.
Hey there and welcome back. We're looking pretty clear storm-wise over the area right now. It's a bit of a different picture in the northeastern portion of the state where you can see multiple lightning strikes just northeast of Winnemucca and Elko tonight. We'll continue to see those storms dissipate as the evening progresses. Taking a look at conditions outside, partly cloudy skies in Reno right now with temperatures actually just cranked up to the 80s, but it is fairly windy out there just out of the west and northwest tonight with gusts reaching up to 25 miles an an hour. Now we'll see the wind stick around for the next few hours. Expect that strong breeze and then decreasing as we get closer to midnight. Earlier this afternoon, we made it to 82 degrees, below our average temperature, but we can expect to see some warmer weather actually in the week ahead. Now the chances for thunderstorms is still there for portions of northern Nevada, but most of that storm activity will be limited to the northeastern portion of the state as a trough of low pressure off the coast now continues to move inland over the next couple of days. And you can see those showers mostly in northern California, Oregon, and in portions of northern Nevada. Now I think for our area, we'll see variable cloud cover throughout the next few days, but I think we're going to be pretty free from any of that major storm activity, and we're just going to see the nice warm weather headed our way within the next week. Temperatures 70s for your mountain highs. In the southern portion of the state, temperatures will mostly be in the 80s with triple digits expected in the Las Vegas area. Now as we move a little bit farther up north, northern Nevada will see a mixture of temperatures in the mid and upper 80s all around the area by tomorrow afternoon. Highs around Lake Tahoe will be slightly warmer compared to what we saw for today, with mid 70s on tap for your Monday, 80s for your temperatures in the valley. It's still going to be below average temperatures, but I promise you, we are going to warm up much more in the week ahead. Here's a look at your conditions for your neighborhoods overnight and for tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be a pretty pleasant evening. Very similar conditions are expected tonight compared to what we saw last night, with highs tomorrow still below average, but it is going to be pretty comfortable in the afternoon. For the Lake Tahoe area, expect more sunshine by the afternoon. Mid 70s is what we're projecting for the afternoon. So it's going to be a nice warm day, and it's going to get warmer in the week ahead. Let's take a look. You can see the warming trend will continue. Very dry air is expected to impact our area, so very dry air mass will continue. We'll see those temperatures hitting the 90s by the middle of the work week all the way into the next weekend, but then we're going to drop off with those temperatures by next Sunday and potentially see another round of thunderstorms. But we've got a ways, but we'll keep track of it. But just to keep you on your toes right there, slight chance of thunderstorms is headed our way. But as far as the activity outside right now, mostly north and east. So,
and it's beautiful, cool at night too.
Oh yes, very pleasant weather. Like you said, letting your windows open.
Yeah, good sleeping weather.
Yes.
Thanks, Chloe. Coming up, we'll show you how a special marine rescue team came to the aid of a very large whale. But first, in sports, the Reno Aces wrapped up the first half of their season this afternoon. Dallas will have that and more next.
Thanks for watching. Now, here's Dallas Kolodny with Channel 2 Sports.
The Reno Aces closed out the first half of their season today in a game with Mariners affiliate the Tacoma Rainiers. And sometimes it's good to be a dog. Just take a nap anywhere you like. Jules chasing on the hill for Reno. And, well, Reno's still in their Silver Sox unis. After a rough start, he settled down, pitched 7 innings, allowed 4 runs on 8 hits. This one tied at 4 in the 6th. Matt Pagnazzi drops one in shallow center. Peter O'Brien around third and touch home for the go-ahead run. That was the difference. The Aces will carry a 4-game winning streak into the All-Star break. 5-4 is the final. Let's go to the bigs. The Aces parent club Arizona was looking to avoid a sweep by the Mets, but Kirk Neuenhuis, not a good season until today. No homers, batting under 100. Changes that in the 2nd. Solo shot off the top of the wall. Mets 1-0, but he wasn't done. Later in the 3rd, Mets up 2-1. Runner on for Neuenhuis. And no doubt about this one, a 2-run shot to center. That makes it a 4-1 game. Good enough for him, right? Wrong. Bottom 5. This one, another souvenir shot. 3-run homer, 3-game homer, 3-home run game for him. There we go. He and the Mets beat the Diamondbacks 5-3. Giants looking for a sweep of the lowly Phillies. No score in the 4th, but the runners on the corners for Brandon Crawford. Drives this one up the middle. That'll score Buster Posey. 1-0 ball game. Same inning, 2 on for Andrew Susak. And the catcher flies one to straightaway center. This ball carries over the wall. 3-run shot, and that's enough to give the Giants the 4-2 win. Oakland A's were in Cleveland to play the Indians. No score in the 1st. Stephen Vogt turns on one to right. Thinks he has a home run, but think again. David Murphy robs him of one. What a play. Vogt just dumbfounded on that one. So to the 4th. Still no score. This time Vogt will leave no doubt about it. Says but and bye as Murphy can only watch this 2-run shot. That was the difference. Director Chad's A's win 2-0. Mariners just couldn't handle the Angels today in the 6th. David Freese rips one to center. Ricochets off the wall. That'll score 2. Angels go up 6-0. And still in the 6th inning, it would produce more. A runner on for Chris Iannetta. And he knows it once it leaves the bat. A 2-run home run as the Angels get an easy win, 10-3. Well, the Governor's Dinner always brings out a lot of familiar faces, including former Nevada offensive tackle Jeff Nady. Nady, of course, a Douglas High School graduate, one of the prominent members of the Union during his time in Silver and Blue. We were able to catch up with the man who used to wear number 78 for the Wolfpack and found out he's still playing football down in the Arena Football League.
Down in Las Vegas, playing football in Las Vegas. My home stadium is the Thomas and Mack Center. I never thought I'd say that, but that's an interesting experience. But it's been great. You know, I'm always just trying to get to the next level, and I'm gonna play football as long as I can. I have too much fun playing.
Nady and the Las Vegas Outlaws will play again next Saturday against the LA Kiss. Well, final round of the John Deere Classic, Jordan Spieth hit a fan with a ball, so he signs a glove for her. On the 17th hole, this birdie putt moves him into a tie for the lead at 20 under with Tom Gillis, so we go to a playoff. On the 2nd playoff hole, Gillis practically gift wraps this one for Spieth. Not that he really needed any help. Lands in the water, so Spieth just has a short tap in the wind. He'll do it. And I'll say he looks pretty good for next week's British Open. And finally, gentlemen's final at Wimbledon, the 1 seed versus the 2 seed, Novak Djokovic and Roger Federer. This one would go 4 sets. Djokovic won his 3rd championship at Wimbledon, 12th Grand Slam overall, Jen.
Good tennis.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dallas. After the break, we'll show you what it took to rescue an injured whale. There's a special team for that. Find out more next. Then Chloe will have a final look at our weather. You're watching Channel 2 News. Coverage you can count on.
Thanks for watching Channel 2 News.
Welcome back. Yesterday, rescuers found a humpback whale off the coast of Boston that needed their help. He had two big problems. He'd been essentially entangled from mouth to tail with rope, which hampered its swimming. Then the rescue team saw a white shark begin to attack the vulnerable whale. Well, the shark left a relatively large wound on the whale's side, but from the safety of a boat, the Marine Animal Entanglement Response Team was able to free the huge mammal. And happy ending, it swam quickly out of the area and out to sea.
Probably never gonna go to Boston again.
Wow, that's something.
That great white shark was terrifying.
Yeah.
I'd freak out if I saw that. Just get out of the water.
Poor whale.
Yeah, poor thing. Well, at least he's free now, right?
Yes, he's free.
Yeah. Weather's going to be warm, 90s next week, so prepare for that. Drink plenty of water.
Sounds good. Thanks, Chloe. Thank you for joining us. Hope to see you back here tonight at 11. Have a great one. Good night.
That was in the shot.